What's up, guys? It is Drew here from MegaWorks again. Today we are doing some fueling stuff on the S62 car and the E30. So yeah, let's get to it.
Now turn up.
Alright guys, let me give you a quick rundown on how to get your gas tank out of your E30 before I actually show you my mess that I made. So first step you're going to do is going to disconnect your lines. This is the fuel tank out of the red E30, the race car, so I just literally cut everything because I was kind of in a rush. But you're going to disconnect your fuel feed line right here. You're going to disconnect your vapor balancing line that runs into the other side of the gas tank, and you're going to disconnect the fuel vapor return line, which is this guy here. So this runs up to the charcoal canister in the engine bay, and then this also runs to the big charcoal canister that is in the rear passenger quarter panel, where these two lines also feed into. So you're going to disconnect all that. You're going to pull your fuel pump out. You're going to pull, well, you don't really have to pull the fuel sending unit out. You can if you want to, and we'll get to this in a minute later on in the video about how clean this one is compared to the other one. So I'm going to disconnect everything here. Then you're going to disconnect your fuel filter, which will be right here. This is on the driver's side of the car. You have your fuel feed line right here, your fuel return line, and then this is the one that goes to the charcoal canister for your fuel vapor. So remember that when you disconnect these lines from the A, the fuel lines, and B, the fuel filter, it's going to be full of fuel. So mind that. And red solo cups are not fuel catchers. The fuel, being as fuel is, will go through them in about 10 seconds. So plan accordingly for that. So what you're going to do after that is you're going to drain the tank with either a rated siphon pump for fuel, because there is a big difference. Get to that in the video as well later on. I put it down on this side and then on the other side as well. And then, or you can drain the tank from the bottom. Totally up to you. And also, do not forget about this line here. That hose right there is your fuel fill hose. That kind of sounds funny. But that line is what gives gas, puts gas in the tank. I just can't talk today. So when you're filling up at the gas station, that is the hose responsible for getting the gas from up here to into the tank. So you're going to pull that off, which is normally a bitch, and they get stuck. Hence why this one was cut. And I'll show you on the other tank as well. So there are 4 bolts and 1 nut. This is all that's there to hold that together. That 1 nut, I believe, is on the passenger side, which the last couple E30s that I've taken the gas tanks out of, I guess they just put a nut on that side. I don't really know why. So you're going to pull all those. Very easy to get to. The best thing to do, honestly, is to use 2 people, yourself and someone else. Put some jack stands under here and then loosen them up, and then the tank will kind of rock back and forth. It is much easier when the subframe is out of the car, but you know, if the subframe's in the car, it is what it is. So you just have to get really creative. That's really about it, guys. Very, very easy and straightforward. So this is the gas tank that'll be going for the S62 right there, because the one that is in the gray car, you'll see in a minute, is completely rusted. So let's get to that part of the video. All right, so this is the S62 host car. Pulling the fuel stuff off because I have to drop the rear subframe again and then pull the fuel tank to run the rear brake lines all the way back. So this is what I just pulled out of the gas tank. I figured you guys would want to see this. I'm pretty sure what happened is the fuel level's higher than this, but I think the car sat for a really long time, so pretty much somebody filled it and then it broke. So this is the fuel sending unit. For those of you that don't know, this is what tells your gas gauge to read, or where to read at through resistance. There's a little float in there that moves up and down. And then this is the nasty ass fuel pump that has just kind of rotted away in there. Yeah, I don't know if it still works. These connections are kind of questionable. So yeah, definitely gonna get a new fuel. I have a new fuel pump, obviously, to run the S62, because the S62 would eat this fuel pump. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new bracket for this. because I don't even trust it, honestly. So, but yeah, here's the, well, you're not gonna be able to see it. Let me get my flashlight. There we go, get the glove off. So the fuel in here is, it's like blackish brown. So you can see it's, oh God, it's disgusting in there. I just now saw that down in there. The good news is I have a fuel tank in the attic from the red E30, which is an 89, and this is a bastard child E30, so I'll be able to put it in here. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I mean, I got to pull the gas tank regardless. Yeah, so I got to pull the gas tank regardless to get the rear brake lines in here, so I might as well just throw a newer gas tank in here since this is... I have no idea how long the fuel's been sitting in here. The PO told me that this car has sat for 15 years, and I really hope that's not 15-year-old gas. I was able to find a siphon pump, an electric one that is rated for fuel, because there are a lot of them out there that are rated for kerosene only, not fuel. So I bought 3 gas tanks, which are gas cans, which, by the way, are very expensive, $20 a piece, which I think is outrageous for these. But yeah, let's just get the gas out of here so we can get the subframe down and get the gas tank out. Let's do this. You know, another quick thing I want to mention right quick is it doesn't even smell like gas. I can't even, I just don't even know what it smells like. It's like, I know what rotten gas smells like, and it doesn't even smell like that. I don't even know. I just hope it's gas at this point. I can't even describe what it smells like. It does not even smell like fuel. It doesn't smell like gas. So let's get it out of here. All right, so don't judge me. I'm doing this one-handed, and I'm hoping this is in there well enough that it's not going to come spraying out, but let's see what this looks like coming out of here. It's probably going to suck up a bunch of rust. Oh my God, is that even... I hope that's not water and gas at the same time. This sure does really beat using a jerk pump, though, that's for sure. I bought one of those, and I was like, man, this is going to suck. I was so happy. Believe it or not, this pump was cheaper than this gas can. $10, $20. Like, what the hell? All right, before this dumps everywhere. It's red. Oh, God. This thing is pretty awesome, though. I'm not going to lie. It is right here. It's 5 gallons, and... the pump keeps sucking up shit and sucking in air, so I shine the flashlight down in there, and believe it or not, there's really not a whole lot of gas over there. And I'm like, you know what? There's no way. There's only 5 gallons of gas in here, so I wanted to double check. I got the mallet, and I beat this side of the tank, beat that side of the tank. Sure enough, different sounds. And just to confirm, if I can go over here without falling here, we still got gas in there. So the siphon in here is probably completely rusted over. And after seeing the inside of this tank, I am very much going to swap this to the... ow, I'm stuck. Very much going to swap this to the red E30's tank, because it looks like a bunch of barnacles in there. Like straight up barnacles on the bottom of the ship. So that means that there's probably water in that too. So it's probably ruined. So let's finish getting the gas out of here. And here's the sending unit for the driver's side. It's much bigger, and it is now stuck. Ew. So yeah, completely. There's like a cake of rusty shit on there. Actually, I see a little bit of green, so maybe that's an O-ring down there. But regardless, it's still disgusting. So that must be about where they were sitting. I really hope this is gas, honestly. It does not smell like gas, and it's like a reddish brown. I just hope that's the rust. So let's get to the other side. You know when you are like at the lake or the ocean or something, and you put something down at the bottom and you could feel how like mushy it is with the sand? That's exactly what this feels like. So let's see what color. Oh my God, it's black. Dude, this pump's pretty fast. I like this thing. This thing's cool. $10, man. Can't beat it. All that is, little button. Yeah. So while that's going, there's my headers for the S62, custom built by Adam Ergen at Ergen Motorsports from a couple of years ago. Still haven't put them on yet. But that's why we're doing this, to get those on there. So, in other news, can't wait for the dash to be pulled out and refinished, because that nasty huge thing and how nasty the gauge cluster is. This whole thing's going to be redone in here. It's disgusting. Where are we at? We're about halfway up. So I went ahead and put the fuel sender back in on this side, and I put the fuel pump bracket back on this side and plugged it up with some paper towel. It smells. It's not gasoline. I don't know what is in here. It just smells god awful. It's bad. Like, I would rather smell oil like that, which is oil dry, which is really soaked up, so I'm not just leaving it there. But I would rather smell like oil on the ground, or even gear oil at this point, transmission oil. Like, it's to the point now where I've shut this door, and over here, I know the garage is just completely messy, but I have a fan here blowing out of the window. So yeah, I was just like, that smells terrible. I don't know if you guys have seen this part yet, but the stripped out the insulation and then the fuel lines and then the brake line group. So there's multiple brake lines. This all runs to the ABS pump, sits right here, and then this part runs to the master cylinder on the brake booster. So there is still gasoline in the tank, but not much. There's maybe about 2 or 3 inches. Yeah, 2 or 3 inches in the bottom there. And this is what I've taken out. So you can see it's right here and then right here. So those are 2 5-gallons, so I'd say I've probably taken out maybe about 8 gallons. So yeah, that's where we're at. So the next part of the video, we're going to be getting the subframe down and then getting the fuel tank down. And yes, those are 135i calipers, and that is where they are going. So tomorrow's going to be day 2, because I got other stuff to do today. Day 2, rear subframe has been pulled back out, and just got the original fuel tank out, and it wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, though, I did have to cut the fuel fill line, which I'm just going to buy a new one anyway, because when I tried to take the hose clamp off of it, it ripped on the other side, so might as well, and it's hard as a rock, so I might as well just replace it. So not too bad, looking pretty good under here. It's just a lot of nasty debris and stuff like that. But here are the gas tanks. My lovely fiance helped me take these out, so I'm sure you can guess which one's which. But yeah, so looks like a mice nest that was up here, and this smells god awful, especially with that hose being wide open now. It smells so bad. There's probably about a gallon left in there, and this one's completely empty. This is from the red car that I was talking about earlier. So you can see that, yeah, there's a little bit of a rust coating in there, but it is nowhere near like it is in this one. Yeah. It's just black sludge down in there. So there's that one, and then this is the sender from the red car. What it's supposed to look like, nice and clear and clean. I just can't believe how expensive these are. Yeah, there we go. All right, guys, so that about wraps it up for this video. Pretty easy stuff, really. So the old fuel tank is sitting outside because it still smells pretty bad. Had a few friends come over and get a whiff of it and smell it, and they are all in agreement, still can't talk, that the fuel has sat for so long that it has turned to varnish. I don't know if it's still flammable or not, so I don't think we're going to try to dispose of it with a fire or anything like that. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. So probably just take it to the local recycling center and have them deal with it. But other than that, guys, that's it for the video. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, please put them down in the comments. I will get to them as soon as possible. Here is my Instagram. Here is my Snapchat. I update the Snapchat on the builds way more frequently than Instagram. I don't know why I've let that happen, but that's how it works now. So remember, guys, to do awesome, be awesome, and stay awesome. You guys are great. I'll see you next time.